Hey, welcome back. This is going to be my review on Bang energy drink. But first of all, I kind of need to apologize in advance for the crappy audio quality of this video. I'm currently out on the road, um, in a hotel room. Obviously, if you can't tell by the awesome decor. But I've been working on this project, this YouTube video for a while now, getting all the information and doing all the research and all that and whatnot. And I just wanted to get this review out there sooner than later. So here we are. You guys see these things everywhere. You walk into the gym, you walk up to the fridge, and the shelves are all filled with all the different kinds of flavors. Go into any store, go to where they sell the energy drinks, you're definitely going to see Bang Energy there. A little background on the company: it's made and sold by VPX, Vital Pharmaceuticals. Currently, they hold about 10% of the entire energy drink market. To put that in perspective, comparatively, Monster energy drink holds about 36%. Red Bull, they I think hold about like 32 or 33%. But one thing that needs to be noted is that Bang Energy Drink, their market share has doubled year over year, and currently they're at 10%, and forecasters are saying that they're not stopping anytime soon. So if you're not drinking one of these, you probably know someone who does. But did you also know that all of this is filled with bullshit? And did you also know that they're actually being sued as we speak for false advertisement? So let's jump right into it and start picking this thing apart. There are six main well, I wouldn't call them ingredients, but components that make up this drink that set Bang Energy apart from all the other energy drinks out there. And they are caffeine, vitamins, CoQ10, or also known as coenzyme Q10. And don't worry, I'm going to be explaining each one of these here in detail. BCAs, or branched chain amino acids, super creatine, and of course artificial sweetener. I threw an artificial sweetener in there is because that's one of the main reasons why it has 0 calories, because there's no sugars in it. Caffeine, I'm not really even going to talk about caffeine right now. We all know what caffeine does, how it can be beneficial for you and how it can be bad for you. But for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to let you know that 1 can of this has 300 milligrams of it, whereas 12 ounces of plain black coffee has about 130. So is 300 milligrams of caffeine a lot, or is that a little to you? I don't know, that's your decision to make. But the point is, Bang Energy is not lying about having caffeine, and it's not trying to hide the fact that it has 300 milligrams of it. The point of this video is to talk about all the lies and the claims that they're making. So let's move on. So what's next on the list? Vitamins. If you're drinking Bang for vitamin supplements, what is wrong with you? Next. All right, so the third component of the drink that we're going to talk about is coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10. CoQ10 is a nutrient found naturally in the body and also in high protein foods like animal meats, egg yolk, fish, nuts. And basically what it does is, or well, it's part of the entire metabolism process and body's production of energy. Now, the thing is, public awareness of CoQ10 is fairly new, and it's hard to find any decent studies, papers, or literature on it. And quite frankly, it's even hard to find any recommended dosage. How much should we be taking? Should we even supplement at all? Are we getting enough from the foods that we're eating on a daily basis anyway? So it's like a lot of gray areas, but I did come across one study where they took a group of 12 athletes, supplemented them with 1200 milligrams of CoQ10 versus a group that didn't. And yeah, results showed that the group that did take the CoQ10 supplement performed better. But still, it's fairly kind of new. But it sounds like maybe if we do supplement CoQ10, it's good for us in terms of performance and overall results. Who knows? But that's definitely something I'm going to keep my pulse on. But anyway, let's go with the benefit of the doubt and say that, okay, supplementing with CoQ10 is a great idea, and it is good for sports and athletes and performance. Okay, All right then. So let's see how much CoQ10 is actually in this drink, huh? Now, it took a lot of snooping and digging around to find out the exact amount of how much of these supplements Bang Energy claims it has in its drink, because it fucking doesn't stay on here, right? So somehow I came across this class action complaint online filed last October where they are suing Bang Energy Drink for false advertisement. Since we're talking about coenzyme Q10, I'll just get right down to the page where they find the results and I'll read it directly from the paper. Based upon testing commissioned by plaintiffs' attorneys, the products were shown not to contain coenzyme Q10. A true and correct copy of the product testing commissioned by plaintiffs' attorneys is attached here too as Exhibit B. So what does this all mean? There is no coenzyme Q10 in this drink. What the fuck, VPX? So who's up next? Branch chain amino acids. We got the leucine, isoleucine, and valine. I don't even know what those three things do, but I'm gonna drink it anyway because everyone else drinks it, and that guy drinks it, and that guy drinks it, and his buddy drinks it. My dog fucking drinks it. Yeah! No, my dog does not drink it. And BCAAs is a totally different YouTube video that I'm gonna make and share my thoughts and feelings along with research, data, and numbers that has a whole different conversation to it. But right now we're only gonna talk about Bang Energy Drink and how much of BCAAs are actually in it. Now we're gonna go back to that class action complaint because they also did a study on how much branch chain amino acids were contained in this wonderful Bang Energy Drink, and I will read it directly to you. Based upon testing commissioned by plaintiffs' attorneys, the products were shown to contain only 0.09 grams of the single branch chain amino acid leucine. Isoleucine and valine, the other branch chain amino acids, were not found. A true and correct copy of the products testing commissioned by plaintiff's attorneys is attached here too as Exhibit C. There you have it, guys. 0.09 grams. Woo! Of BCAAs. And what the fuck? It's not even all three of them. It's just leucine. What happened to isoleucine and valine? Gee, it's ridiculous. The things that these people get away with and how much they try to trick everybody. It's fucking nuts. Whatever. Let's talk about the next one. So this next component of the drink is probably the most fucked up one out of all of them. It's what VPX calls their super creatine. There is no such thing as a super creatine. There's creatine, and creatine is found naturally in the body and also in high protein foods like red meat, for example. What creatine does is it comes into play when your body needs to produce energy. Well, here's your ATP, adenosine phosphate, here's creatine, they interact, energy is released, creatine comes in with creatine phosphate, recycles ADP, gets more ATP, whatever. Basically, all you need to know is that supplementing with creatine helps with performance. And there's been lots and lots of studies and research and evidence, about almost 40 years worth of it, proving that supplementing with creatine improves performance. Well, one of the things that we need to know about creatine in and of itself, in its form, is not water soluble. So let me give you an example. Here's my drink. This is a pre-workout, all right? And I'm going to mix creatine in it right here. Pop it in, close it up, then I'll shake it, and really quick, I'll just sit over here and keep talking, but basically, creatine is not water soluble. And studies and research have shown that when you let it sit in water, it actually breaks down and produces what is called creatinine. What's creatinine? Creatinine is a byproduct of creatine. So when creatine gets metabolized, creatinine is produced. It's trash. It's your kidneys flush it out and you piss it out, right? And high levels of creatinine in the body are indications of things like kidney disease, kidney failure, because your kidney cannot flush all that byproduct creatinine out. What are some symptoms of high levels of creatinine? Fatigue, high blood pressure, nausea, vomiting. Basically, it's a poison that your kidney needs to flush out so you can piss out, all right? And maybe you're probably wondering now, why the hell is this guy talking about creatinine? I thought he was going to be talking about VPX's super creatine. Well, this is why. Oh, remember when I mixed my creatine? How I said it was like not water soluble? Here, all that white stuff. That's just creatine, just all settling down to the bottom. Nah. So if we go back to October of last year again, a second lawsuit was filed against Bang Energy Drink, but this time it was by a huge supplement manufacturer called Thermolife out of Arizona. And they're fighting VPX's claims, saying that super creatine, quote unquote, is the world's only water-stable creatine. And the paper goes on saying that, what does it say? These studies show that super creatine compound does not break down to a creatine when ingested. Instead, the compound breaks down to creatinine, a compound which VPX has said is a useless substance. This is what VPX said, and that is a potentially harmful. Super creatine is a poison for you. It's not the creatine that we know that improves performance and strength. Once ingested, it actually turns into the trash byproduct creatinine. And high levels of creatinine is toxic for you. Your kidney flushes it out, filters it out so you can piss it out. There is absolutely no creatine in any of the Bang energy drinks. Sorry guys. Fucking VPX. Lastly, we're gonna talk about artificial sweeteners. Yeah, actually, no, we're not. We're not going to talk about it because we all know why we should avoid artificial sweeteners. The one that they use in here is sucralose, also known as Splenda. And whether you want to stuff your face with fake sugar, that's your choice. But we all know that it's not good for you, all right? So what do we have left of this here piece of shit drink? Caffeine and poison. Caffeine, come on. You can get your caffeine fix in so many other different ways. So then what do we have left with Bang energy drink? Poison. I don't know how much more obvious or clear this message can be and why you shouldn't drink Bang energy, but ultimately the decision is yours. And if you know anyone who does drink Bang energy, please share this video with them or just relay this message to them saying that, hey, Bang energy drink is a whole bunch of shit. Unless you like rainbow unicorn. What the fuck? Rainbow unicorn. Jesus Christ. So what kind of review would this be if I didn't do a taste test, right? So here we are. I have rainbow unicorn. And of course I had to pick the one with the most awesome name, right? First time ever trying this. Actually the second time ever even drinking a Bang energy drink. So let's see what this is all about. Makes me want a beer. Actually, it's not that bad. Yeah, you know, I wanted to actually taste it really, really bad, but start yelling and screaming and really making fun of it, but it's actually not too bad, to be honest. Rainbow unicorn. There you have it. Nice. Not fucking rainbow unicorn. Who names the rainbow unicorn? Come on. But it doesn't taste that bad, to be honest. I have to be honest, right?